So I know a lot of people know about 5G coming to Nigeria through MTN, and I've got a couple of questions that I would like to answer in this video, such as what is 5G, why is it needed in Nigeria, and how can you get your hands on some 5G technology? So first off, what is 5G? It is basically the 5th generation mobile network, and what that tells you is it is faster, more reliable, and more stable than the previous generations. Emphasis on faster. Let's talk about the speed. I did a couple of speed tests, both with the console and with the laptop, so keep watching so you can see the results that I got with them. I also tried online gaming with the MTN 5G router, and to be honest, I got some very good results. They weren't perfect, but they were very impressive. And when it comes to gaming itself, one major problem a lot of people have is high ping. Now, considering the fact that for most online games, the servers are located outside of Africa, or at least outside of Nigeria, you would expect to get a significantly high level of ping. For some games, while playing on a 4G network or with the 4G router, you might get ping of about 200 or 250. But with the 5G router, we were able to get ping of about 120. Gameplay was still smooth and lag-free, as you can tell from what you're seeing on the screen right now. One thing to keep in mind is the fact that a lot of people are purchasing the MTN 5G router now, and the infrastructure or the network is still growing, so you can expect better speeds as time goes on and the infrastructure is more stable and more developed. Aside from gaming, you still get other benefits such as websites loading a lot faster, better conference calls with stronger connections, better download speeds as you're able to download larger files more quickly, and less buffering while watching videos on YouTube or Netflix. However, there are still some aspects that some people would consider disadvantages when taking a look at this router. One of which is the fact that while the router does have 5G capabilities, the 5G network is not available everywhere yet. A friend of mine purchased the 5G router, but his house is located outside of the covered zone, and I was only getting about 21 Mbps speeds when I conducted a speed test there. However, when I visited another friend who was in a zone covered by the 5G network, I was getting speeds of up to 300 Mbps. When you take into consideration the disparity in speeds between the 5G network and the 4G network, you will see just how amazing and just how impressive this is. On a 4G network, you will be lucky to get up to 50 Mbps consistently, but on the 5G network with the MTN router, you will be able to get 300, 400, maybe 500 Mbps consistently. I mean, that is pretty amazing if you ask me. And the main reason the router is recommended is because you'd be able to connect more devices to it and share the 5G experience with those around you. So if you're thinking of getting the MTN 5G router, then make sure you go to the website first and check if your location is covered by the 5G network. Because if it's not covered right now, while it may be covered in the future, you're still going to be getting 4G speeds even with the 5G router. Now let's take a look at some misunderstandings and misconceptions some people may have had about the MTN 5G router and 5G in general. First of all, 5G does not cause COVID. Let's get that out of the way. There is no connection between the MTN 5G router and COVID. So if you buy this router, you're gonna be fine, okay? Okay, and another thing, some people think that 5G is the exact same thing as 5.0 gigahertz on your existing 4G router. They're not the same. Even on the 5G router, you have a 5.0 gigahertz option. What this means is that it's of a higher frequency, but it's going to cover a shorter distance, meaning you're able to get faster speeds, but it's not going to spread across a wider area. 5.0 gigahertz on your 4G router means you're getting faster speeds, but maybe it's only going to be in your room, and in the living room, they won't be able to access your router. But 5G, even at 2.4 gigahertz, will still be faster and it will be widely spread, so everyone will be able to access higher speeds. With the rapid technological advancement going on in the world, 5G is a very important aspect for the future, and it's going to be best if it's widely adopted by a lot of people so that the infrastructure can grow and continue to develop. And MTN is ahead of the competition with regards to this, as they are the only internet service provider in Nigeria that currently have a 5G network. So if you're planning on giving this a try, then check out the MTN website or go to an MTN office to first of all confirm that your area is 5G covered, and then you can purchase the router. Those have been my thoughts on the MTN 5G router, but I talk about a lot of other things on this channel as well, so I will see you in any video in this playlist.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ty. Hey. Said we drunk in the spirit, no, we don't stay sober. We don't stay sober. Hey, fly as a jet, but with no layovers.